Welcome to Channel 5 News, winner of 1,700 Golden Globe Emmys. With lead anchor Aaron Chip O'Toole, co-anchor April O'Neil, field reporter Adeline Williamson, meteorologist Stella Williamson, and travel and leisure with Hazel Williamson. Good evening and welcome back to Live 5 News. I'm Chip O'Toole.
And I'm April O'Neil.
We're beginning day one of coverage of Hurricane Florence, and we vowed since the very beginning to stick with this storm no matter how long it takes to make landfall, to bring you the latest news, the latest updates, both here in our department and also out into the field.
We will be here every step of the way, from start to finish.
No matter how many days it takes, April, that's how long we'll be here. To keep that promise, we'll begin by going to our field reporter, Adeline Williamson, who's going to be answering some questions for us about what conditions look like out there now. Adeline, are you with us?
Well, thanks, Aaron. We've been talking to some meteorologists, and they've literally been saying this is the biggest storm and the biggest hurricane in mankind. So please, everyone, watch out. It's 500 miles off the coast, and even though it's heading straight toward us like a freight train. It is unbelievable. It's so big, I literally think we are all going to die.
Thank you, Adeline. Do you have any idea how much rain to expect?
It's going to be feet of rain, not inches, and if you don't know how to swim, you better take lessons now.
Wow, it sounds like this storm is really serious.
Aaron, I think I'm losing you. The mayor has ordered a evacuation, and he says that if you stay, no one is going to come to help you, and you will probably die alone.
Adeline, I know that you have our highly trained meteorologist there, Stella Williamson, and I've also heard that she is prepared to introduce us to some of the latest rainfall tracking technology known to man. Could you please have her explain that to us?
Okay. Hi, Aaron. It's nice to see you. As you see here, we have Stella, the meteorologist, and just like Aaron said, and she is going to be showing us some of the latest technology she has made. Stella, how does this work? So if it rains, all the water will fall on the star, and it tells us how much rain we'll get. Good job. Nice to know. Now, as you can see on the jar, there's different levels of how much rain. And I would just like to ask you a couple questions first. Stella, what do you think will happen more? Trees falling on power lines or lightning striking houses? Trees falling on power lines. Good answer. Now, I would like to ask you another question. Do you think people should be out on this giant storm that we're going to have? No! I didn't think so. Anyway, another question. Do you think that what number, just point it to me, how much do you think we'll get? Just which number? Which number? This one? This, right here. Right there? Okay. Well, nice idea about it. Personally, I would think it would go all the way up to the 5 for the major storm we're going to have, and especially how small the jar is. Do you have anything you need to tell anybody, Stella? Wear goggles and practice when you're swimming right now, because the storm is going to come right now. This situation is getting tense. We're all in very grave danger.
Earlier today, I had a chance to speak with Stella Williamson, our highly trained meteorologist, and asked her if she could provide some graphics for us that might illustrate how much rain we're expected to get. She was kind enough to sketch this out for me, which I find extremely helpful. Here you'll see 2 large bars, completely full of water, I guess indicating that there's going to be a lot of rain. Also a person drowning, which I think is pretty self-explanatory.
If you go outside in the next 7 days, you will die.
That's it. That about wraps it up.
Thank you to all of our reporters in the field. Stay safe. Thank you for bringing this important information to us. This is April O'Neil and
Chip O'Toole.
signing off at the end of day 1, Florence Storm.
We're on in 3, 2, 1, action.
Good evening. Welcome to Live 5 News. I am April O'Neil here with our anchor, Chip O'Toole.
Good evening.
We are on day 5 of our Hurricane Florence tracking, and many of you at home, you may be feeling weary, thinking this storm is never going to make landfall. But we reassure you, this is not the time to stop panicking. We could all die at any moment.
Right now.
There is no doubt in our minds that this is a severe and important story that must be covered hour by hour,
That's right.
minute by minute.
Minute by minute.
And so when we keep in mind these disaster-like situations, I want my partner Chip here to share with us a little bit about disaster preparedness.
Well, thank you very much, April. And you're right. There is no such thing as being too prepared for a disaster like the one you see on the TV behind
You
us.
can never be too prepared.
That's exactly right. I'd like to take just a few minutes, if I could, since the storm seems to be slowing down, to discuss something called emergency preparedness. A lot of people in the security and survival world use what's called and referred to as a bug-out bag to make sure they're prepared for any type of natural disaster.
Now let me interrupt you for a moment there, Chip.
Sure.
You used the term bug-out bag.
That's right.
Share with our viewers at home a little bit about what this bug-out bag, where does this term come from?
You know, I get that question a lot, April, and you might be thinking, viewers at home, that the bug-out bag has something to do with insects.
Yes, bugs, obviously.
Bug-out, well, you would be wrong.
Oh,
That's
no-
probably shocking.
nothing to
Probably
do with
shocking.
bugs
Nothing,
then.
not a single thing. Actually, it's kind of interesting you ask, but experts maintain that the actual translation is from an ancient Egyptian saying that's no longer used, and we have no idea what it actually means.
Well, why don't you, I see you've brought your personal go bag,
Oh, I did.
bug-out
Yes,
bag.
I did.
Chip, share with us what's in your bag here.
Thank you very much, April.
Maybe it can help some of the viewers that, oh, wait, just a minute. Oh, it seems that the storm has been downgraded to a category 2 now, category 2.
Oh, great. Well, listen, April, still, there's no harm in being too
You
prepared.
can't be too
Thank
prepared.
you. I'd like to share this bug-out bag with you here. People everybody
Ah.
bring mine in.
Good.
Now, it looks a little bit intimidating at first. Well, you should know that it's a standard military issue bug-out bag, Molly bag, and fully loaded weighs about 175 pounds. So it's
Easy
really
for
not that big of a
anyone,
deal.
even your children could probably carry it.
Maybe in teams. Most important thing to keep in mind when you separate from the grocery store from what could turn out to be weeks or even years is to have emergency food rations, or what are referred to as MREs.
You can never have too many rations.
Never have too many rations. Another important thing to keep around is emergency water.
Gotta stay hydrated.
As you and your family begin to starve, it's important to think about the fact that you can survive a lot longer if just you have water, even if you don't have food.
Chip, it seems here, the storm it's slowing down and it has been downgraded again to a category 1. It is a category 1. It is creeping at 0.3 miles an hour, heading towards possibly North Carolina, South Carolina, Florida, Georgia, Virginia, and whatever's above that.
Okay.
So
Category
really,
1.
there's danger, minimal danger,
Minimal danger.
a little bit of danger for the entire coast.
That's still no harm in being prepared.
Do not stop panicking.
Don't stop panicking. Bio wipes. This is pre-moistened toilet paper, okay? When you can't get to the grocery store because there's trees down, power lines down, and it could literally be your last trip away from home, you need to have toilet paper around to make sure you and your family survive.
Keeping you fresh and clean.
That's right. Another thing that's often overlooked, but also important, when you're separated from the grocery store, again, for what could possibly be years, you need to have some sort of a firearm so that you can harvest and secure your own food supply. What I've chosen to pack is a Remington pump action 30-06, capable of taking small to medium-sized game, even some large, depending on where you are in the world. And you can, of course, with this, make your own beef jerky, have your own deer steak. The point is you keep your family from starving to death.
Okay. Oh, well, let's see. I'm getting a message here from our reporter in the field, Adeline Williamson, and, oh, good. She is here with our travel and leisure reporter, Hazel Williamson, here to tell us about how we should view our travel plans during this dangerous time.
I can't wait to see what they do. April O'Toole, I've heard a lot about them. They were interns just recently, but now they've secured full-time positions, and we sure are happy to have them here as part of the Channel 5 family.
It's April O'Neill.
O'Neill.
Yes.
Sorry.
I just got married.
Forget.
Hello everyone, this is our travel and leisure Hazel, and I'm just gonna ask her a question. Hazel, is this a good time to be going on vacation?
No. Stay home. Too much rain.
This is Adeline reporting live on Channel 5. See you guys next time. We're live in 3, 2, 1.
Wait. So we're live now?
Yeah, we're live like right now.
Right now. Okay. Hi. Welcome back to Channel 5 News. I'm your lead anchor, Chips O'Toole. To my right is April O'Neill. And throughout the entire day, we've been tracking Hurricane Florence, promising to stay on top of the storm and, of course, bring you the latest. If you'll see behind us, it appears that the storm has crept to a virtual halt and is now barely moving at all. As you know, if you've been with us through the entire hurricane tracking process, we've been here for an unknown number of days now. Does anybody know what day? April, do you know what day it is?
Tuesday?
Tuesday.
No.
No.
No, Tuesday, that was 3 days ago.
Friday.
Today's Friday.
Friday.
It is September.
It is September.
We're tracking
We're tracking it for you.
Hurricane Florence.
Florence is the name.
Moving at a very slow pace.
It's virtually at a standstill.
Creeping.
Creeping.
Slowly.
Just
So slowly. Towards
baby
the
steps.
coast.
Baby steps towards us. Barely moving at all. I think it's Friday. Are you pretty sure it's Friday?
Newsroom log.
Friday-ish.
Day 7.
Friday-ish.
We're still here. The storm has not made landfall.
Has not made landfall. No, hasn't made landfall. I don't
So
remember
we're
how to
still
get
here.
home. Do you remember how to get home from here?
I just want to go home and see my kids.
Oh, I know. Me too. I don't even remember my kids' names. That's how long we've been here. I think there's 3 of them.
Wait! What's that?
What?
It's making landfall.
It's making landfall.
This just in.
It's making landfall.
This just in.
Landfall.
Quick! Let's
I'm
cut to
excited
the
about
field.
that.
Let's cut to the field,
Let's cut to
reporter.
the field.
Let's go.
Let's go now.